You need to talk in the microphone.
Sorry.
Hey. Oh, man. Oh, man.
We're back.
We're somewhere.
We're at Angry Chair.
We're at Angry Chair Brewing, the new and improved Angry Chair Brewing.
The new and
as some would
improved
say.
Angry Chair Brewing. It's was one of our neighborhood favorite places. Actually,
We did the,
it was our favorite place. But
we did take 2 of the last dual podcast there.
true. That was good. It was like on Christmas Eve or something too.
Yeah, not like a year ago.
Yeah.
Um,
So they opened a new location that's much bigger.
yeah, in a spot that we never it used to be another brewery which we won't name, but
We never podcasted.
we never podcasted there.
We only fired people there.
Yeah, it was our firing spot. I hold this up because this isn't the name of the brewery, but
No.
this was involved in some legal battles.
Oh, right.
This is all local Tampa stuff.
True. So we're at Angry Chair, which for some reason the music just stopped and the sports just got loud, though. This is not typical
It's a
for Angry
world-renowned
Chair.
sports bar. They're known for sports. It must be an important sports game.
It must be. I don't know what just happened. Anyway, it's 27-0, whatever the game is.
So we've encountered a new challenge doing these video podcasts, like trying to find. We
Good
spent the last
angles.
hour trying to find a spot.
Find a good angle,
podcast
find a
in
good
here.
spot that wasn't like overrun by children or dogs or whatever. But
Yeah.
we went to a new brewery that opened, which
we
we'll podcast.
we will common dialect.
We really liked the vibe there, but it was grand opening weekend, so it was way too crowded.
Yeah, way too crowded. Couldn't find a spot.
Common Dialect, new brewery in Tampa.
And we're parked right here
we
at
love
the
it.
entrance of Angry Chair.
Chilly tonight, so it's a little chilly
Anyone who
here.
comes in or goes, we're it's all behind us. Real quick, while we're drinking the classic Space Grass is their signature IPA. We've been drinking it for years.
Yeah, we have.
It's like their go-to IPA no matter what it is.
And
then you have
drinking,
another one.
Wizard Fight. Which is a double IPA hazy. It's not double. It's a regular IPA hazy.
But we will be soon returning, at least I will, that pineapple sour
Cripes. I'm gonna do that.
Which
too.
we drank on that. I don't think we've had really since that episode.
It's
the last
so
duel.
good. It's so good. And Bruce have
The movie or the
introduced
drink?
us to it.
But no, this is a special episode.
Yeah.
Every maybe once a season.
Last time we did
a TV series was Midnight Mass.
Midnight Mass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
And we did a 2-parter for that.
Yeah.
This one isn't going to be necessarily back-to-back episodes.
No.
Our next episode's not going to be part 2.
It's not going to be part 2?
To Interest of Love, the movie.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if we'll get through enough episodes in time.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll probably do every 4 episodes.
No. We're going to do, as we watch more of the show. But I'm saying our next episode of this show might not be part 2 of the series.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. We're not going to get through, because the episodes of this show are long.
And they release once a week.
Hour and 15 minutes. It's like a long episode. So
back up. Netflix is running a new Korean show, Korean drama, a K-drama.
K-drama.
With a little bit of K-pop in there.
A little bit of K-pop. And a lot of good music.
That's why I said, not K-pop, but good music.
Not just K-pop.
But no, they're running a new series called
Interest of Love.
Mm-hmm. And it says they've released maybe by the time of this recording 7 or so episodes, 8 episodes. We've watched 4 of them.
Right.
And we're going to talk about the first 4. Then we're going to watch 4 or 5 more. Then we'll do another episode. Then we'll watch 4 or 5 more. Then we'll do another episode.
Because we're into it.
But it promises to be a 16-episode series.
We're into it.
And so over the course of the next month or so, we're going to do these Interest of Love episodes.
There's the music is back.
Music's back. Sports is over.
Sports is over. Whew.
So anyway, this will be this season's TV series.
Yeah.
But as you said, it's Korean, so it has subtitles. It might be dubbed. I don't know. We haven't tried.
We don't like dubbed.
No, we don't. We tried to watch that movie,
dubbed.
Argentina 1985.
Dubbed.
And Amazon dubbed it for us. But we fixed that.
Yeah, we didn't like that. So subtitles are actually good in a way because it keeps you more focused.
Well, I want to watch any sort of non-English film or TV series
so
in the native language because the performance is more compelling that way.
Definitely.
The rhythm, the flow of the way they're speaking.
Yeah, for sure.
Is better. So that's
and just the enunciation, like the intonation of the words and stuff lead to like add to the emotion or whatever is going on in the scene. So that's important, I feel like.
And this show's a little bit different in our wheelhouse. This is almost like a soap opera.
It is. I think soap operas have a bad connotation.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm just saying.
Now, so I don't really think it's a soap opera, but it's like Beverly Hills 90210 or Melrose Place used to be, like a nighttime drama, like almost like a soap opera.
But episodes are an hour plus.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of feel like two episodes in one.
They do, and as we were recapping,
every time you watch one, like it gets to a point where you're like, "Oh, this episode's over." And then it's like, "Oh no, we're just gonna keep going."
And there's so much. I feel like
plot
so
points wise,
many things happen in an episode. So many things happen, but then not a lot.
But
changes.
nothing really happens. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Kind of the soap opera piece.
Yeah.
That kind of like ongoing piece. The ongoing dragging the story out. But in some ways, that's almost more like real life.
재밌어요? 사람 마음 가지고 노는 거?
누가 누굴 가지고 놀았습니까?
New beer. Okay. Interest of Love.
It's not good.
It is. K-drama.
K-drama. We're into it. We've watched 4 episodes so far. There's 16 altogether.
Yeah.
But so much happens in 4 episodes that...
so much, but a lot doesn't.
So much does happen, but so much doesn't change at the same time.
So my understanding... So we talked a little bit about how to do this.
We did, and I'm not... I'm sure...
recap some episodes. I don't want to... Maybe we shouldn't go... full episode 1, 2, 3, 4 recap.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should just talk about it in sequence.
Well, we have our 4 main players.
Right.
Right?
So the premise of it is, though...
What's the premise?
That all of these people meet because they work in this bank. It's like the
Korean credit union.
Kung Po Bank.
But I think it's the Korean Credit Union, KCU. They call it the KCU.
And it's kind of their life and personal lives / work lives within this bank. And that's the whole premise of the movie.
Well, I think at its core, right?
It's about
this is classism.
No,
I don't think that's what I at its core.
I know.
No.
And love. It's a love story.
Well, the movie's called Interest of Love, the show.
Yeah.
Banks deal with interest.
Yeah.
But it's the play on those words.
Right.
But I think at its core, it's about the relationship of Sang-soo and Soo Young.
Yes.
These male and female.
Right. The deeper message is...
But I think at its core, it's will they or won't they?
Yeah, right. Simply, will they or won't they?
That's the core.
Will they be together? Won't they be together?
It's a workplace.
It's kind of like ER.
But it's a workplace romance.
That's what I mean.
Between 2 people. Yes, they're separated by class. It brings in those other thematic elements.
It does.
But I think this is a love story between 2 people.
Cultural elements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's between 2 people.
Yeah.
It's will they end up together? Is it the tragedy that they won't end up together? So that's our first opening question, right?
Yeah.
Sang-soo, Soo-young, will they or won't they? By the end, by episode
And
16.
do you want them to, or do you?
Well,
not
I'm
want
asking
them to?
you, will they or won't they?
Will they or won't they by episode 16?
Will the series, that's our prediction. At the end of the series, will they be together or will they won't be together?
Well, it's easy to say they will be.
Okay, but do you think?
I think no.
Yeah, it's like this show defies expectation.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is every step along the way you think they're going to go one direction, or the thing you want to happen doesn't really ever happen.
True, and it's kind of because it's dragged out.
Yeah.
But it's also because there's games being played.
Yeah.
Like
but
emotional games.
I know, but I'm asking you to think the bigger picture. By the end of it,
there's workplace pressure.
Yeah. So my question is to you, I'm not talking about
By the end of it,
the
do I think
little
they'll be
moments.
together? No.
Yeah,
I said
why?
no.
Why?
Why? Because I feel like they're what's her name?
Soo-young? Yeah.
Soo-young is too guarded. She doesn't like open her heart. She's too guarded. She's too insecure. She's too afraid. She doesn't feel worthy because of class and her family and whatnot. And I feel like that's going to be an ongoing theme and issue throughout the whole thing, which is going to block her from being with a person maybe she truly wants to be with.
Or but maybe it's not Sang-soo.
Maybe it's not Sang-soo. I'm going to say something controversial, but we haven't gotten there yet.
All right, let's not. We'll
end.
pause. So the kind of episode 1 opens up with we really get to know him more. Sang-soo. He's, to kind of quote his own life aspiration, he's nobody special.
No.
He's an average
he
guy.
He doesn't want to be.
He wants to be average, which comes out later, which is fun.
In episode 4, that comes out.
He's kind of an average guy. He works at the bank, but he's on this track. So what's interesting about him, and it takes a couple episodes to unfold this, he treasures relationships. He doesn't believe in like
people.
flings. He knows hard work because his mom works at a spa and works whenever her clients want her to work.
Yeah.
His father died in a car wreck, might have committed
doesn't come from
suicide,
money.
right? But he's been driven since a child to work hard.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same
Because
time,
he got opportunities for some reason that other kids in his social class didn't get. So he's kind of lived up to the expectation and has worked hard to get.
he's male. That helps
Yeah. Well,
in this situation.
in this society.
But at the same time, he's not presented as. I mean, he's labeled as one of the 3 idiots by the rest of the workers in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Like he continually performs the lowest of all his coworkers.
At first.
Well, it's only recently. So he's an interesting character, right? He seems to ride the coattails. Well, maybe not ride the coattails. Other people help him rise to the occasion.
And his emotions take over his performance at work. Like his emotions when he is in love with her and she's not paying attention to him. When Sang-soo is in love with Soo-young and she's not paying attention to it or she's ignoring him, he suffers. Like he goes out drinking all night and then he's having a bad day at work the next day. And
he gets obsessed with whoever he's into.
And that I have to say is slightly like, okay, like back off a little. Like you're it's a little too much.
Well, I think part of this show, what's interesting, is also understanding, like, not placing Western or American cultural expectations and experiences on South Korean, like the courting process.
Right. Yeah. No. I know that.
But I mean, but as a viewer, it's hard not to do that sometimes.
Yeah. But some of it's like, okay, like, you just give her a little bit of space.
Give her some space.
Like in one day, you go up to her like 3, 4, 5 times, and she's already like blown you off. Okay, like give it a day, give it 24 hours. You know, give it 2 days.
But at the same token, Soo Young isn't the most communicative person.
No, she's a bitch.
She's very distant, and
she can be a bitch.
My favorite parts of this show is when he confronts her at the end of episode 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you love that. Yeah.
The end of episode 1.
Yeah.
Their courtship has been established, right? Like,
he likes her. There's nothing sexual in this
They went
show
on a date.
Either, which I love about
They went kind of
actually.
on an afternoon date. And then, and after the afternoon date, he's like, I want to see you again. And she's like, yeah, I don't like undefined relationships.
Right.
And he's like, fine, then I'll
define it.
I like you. Let's do this. Let's go on a date. Let's do tomorrow night. And then because he's not great at his job, he gets held up.
And they can't leave the bank until all their numbers are right.
Yeah, like, what is it? The balance is correct?
Yeah.
Is that what they say? When they balance their till. And he is, like, stands her up. Like, he can't use his cell phone.
Waiting.
He can't use his cell phone to text her while he's
work.
working. He breaks his phone. And then he eventually leaves.
And he's racing to get there.
We find out he takes his time getting there later.
Well, and that's kind of how episode 2 starts. Like,
but anyway, back up. Like,
we don't want to tell too much, though, do we?
Anything 1 through 4 is fair game in this conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm saying that's what I like about it. So that puts a rift in their relationship. She's cold to him the next few days
because he doesn't show up at their date.
Right.
We didn't say that.
Well, and we had just said it. We actually just said that.
Well, he takes her time getting there.
Yeah.
He never gets there.
He does actually get there.
And
she leaves.
Okay, she leaves. It seems like she leaves at the end of episode 1.
She did.
She did leave. But what happens is she sees him outside and she sees something that the show isn't revealing to us.
Yeah. But my point is
that upsets her.
My point is
and she
he stands her up. She leaves. When she's cold to him the next day or 2 days, whatever it is. And when they finally confront each other and have a conversation about it, right? Mm-hmm. Because he texts her all night, one night.
Yeah.
And all this stuff. Like, why are you not talking to me? And, like, he professes his feelings for her. He spills his guts. I like you. And she's like, I don't like you. I like somebody else. Like, or whatever it is. Like, I don't care. Like, unblinking. But we know she likes him.
We know
she likes him. She's just so guarded.
So that's frustrating.
It is, but in some ways, that's what I mean when I said this is kind of like real life. Sometimes just because you want something, and I felt this is one thing the show does really well with Sang-soo. Just because he wants something, we see so much today, especially in like youth culture, right? Just because they feel, just because they want it, they should get it, right? True. And then they get hit with this massive disappointment that I didn't get what I wanted. It's not fair because I want it.
True.
Like, I have a strong feeling about it. And if I don't get this thing, I'll be upset.
Right.
And that's how Sang-soo is. He's like, but I told you I like you.
And why don't you reciprocate?
Yeah. And Soo Young's like she can look at him dead in the face.
She's so good.
So icy.
I love that about her. Because I feel like I'm kind of like that sometimes.
Oh no, I see you. I see me in Sang Soo all the time, and I see you in Soo Young all the time.
I can put my emotions aside and just give a definite stone
every
cold
interaction
look.
between the two of them, I see myself as Sang Soo.
Aw, is that
Heart
good
on
or
my
bad?
sleeve, and I see Soo Young as like
Oh,
you as the ice. Oh my, there's the
my
ice princess.
gosh. Oh my god, that is so
No,
rude.
I don't mean it in a mean way. I mean, and I'm joking, but as the self defense,
I
the
can do that in
perseverance.
self-defense. Yes, I can do that when necessary.
And what we learned by episode 2, right?
It's a coping mechanism.
What we learned
it
in
is.
episode 2 is Soo Young is a very strong character, and she has reason to be guarded.
She does. She has some traumatic things that have happened in
brother
her
died.
life. It's her like twin brother or something.
Something like
that.
She blames her father for it. We find out later. But she moved to Seoul and got this unfurnished, empty apartment and
built it to what she wanted it to be.
Took crappy job after crappy job after crappy job until she made her way up to the bank. And even at the bank, she is one of the hardest workers in the bank. She taught Sang Soo how to do his job. But yet everyone else, younger than her, higher on societal ladder than her, different gender than her, continue to
climb the ladder, but she doesn't because she doesn't have a college degree.
She didn't go to college.
She didn't have the opportunity to go to college. Yeah.
So does she have resentment? Rightly so. Mm-hmm. Is she like an incredible hard worker? Does she not fit in with the other women at the bank? Yes.
She's guarded.
Yeah.
She's very guarded.
And so you learn that. So I joke about her being like the ice princess and all that. But the show does a really good job of saying like, oh, she has some issues and she has her reasons for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she's untrusting of Sang Soo's feelings.
Yeah.
As well.
Because also, especially when he says, I just want to be average. I just want to be average. Well, him getting into a relationship with her would not make him average.
Well, he doesn't want to be, noticed.
And
that would bring attention to him.
Well, it would bring attention to him, and he would be marrying into a lower class.
Yeah.
And that's not the average thing men his age do.
Yeah. And the show
she's like, oh, you just want to be average. You know?
She's also she's hypersensitive to that stuff. And to be honest, he's not hypersensitive to that.
No.
He really isn't. And he is blind.
But he has a reason to not be hypersensitive to it.
Well, that's what I mean. He's sort of on the track that he'll eventually work his way up the ladder.
He's kind of lived both worlds. He's lived in a non-money, single mom, dad died world, but he's also been in like this prep school, like college kind of like track.
Yeah.
Where he has lived within both worlds, so it's not as noticeable.
Well, his mother sacrificed for him, but he has that. What Sang Soo doesn't. What Soo Young doesn't see is his caring and compassionate side. She doesn't trust it. She thinks it's all like agenda driven.
Right.
When really, he is a person who truly cares.
Right.
And we see that by the new character that's introduced, right? Who starts to teach Soo Young, not teach, but
about his true character.
What he really is. And this is our
Mi Jae-young.
Mi Jae-young.
Mi Jae-young.
Young, yeah.
Mi Jae-young. Mi Jae-young. Mi Jae-young. Okay. Mi Jae-young.
She's like coming in as like an assistant manager, but she's also super fashion forward.
Here's the controversial thing I'm going to say.
And before you say it, but they know each other. They
knew each other from school.
She knows Sang Soo. They went to school together. And she kind of instantly shows up.
And they get paired together for
a big project, yeah.
And it creates jealousy within Soo Young.
Yeah.
which is actually a good thing, I think, because she was kind of like at one point keeping, just playing hard to get, playing like whatever. Not playing hard to get, but playing games.
Yeah.
Like, even though she liked him, acting cold and bitter towards him, and he's
She wants him
confused
to
why.
It's the whole playing hard to get.
Playing hard to get. That's what I said.
Yeah.
So once Mi Young comes in the picture, she's like, wait a minute. Like, she likes him. Like, am I...
Well, Mi Young likes him, but she's also saying, I've known him since college. At his core, he's a nice guy. He's dedicated to whoever he likes. And we're seeing
loyal.
that. Because even though Mi Young is kind of aggressively pursuing Sang-soo.
No,
he's
Soo Young.
Sang-soo.
Mi Young, yeah. Sang-soo, yeah.
She's pursuing him. He's like pulling back. He's still focused on
Soo Young. He isn't. Like, he's hanging out with her, but he's still, his love, his loyalty lies on Soo Young. Yeah. So I think I love Mi Young's character.
Is that your controversial statement?
I wish Sang-soo and her would get together. Like, I want that to happen.
Yeah. And that might be where it ends up.
I think Soo Young is taking it for granted that he likes her.
Well, they're introducing an interesting dynamic, right? And this is where I say, like, the show defies expectations.
Mi Young is cute and funny, and I like her personality. She's like a strong woman.
So they're setting it up that Mi Young and Sang-soo, they fit well together.
Mm-hmm.
It's an easy relationship.
Right.
Just like Soo Young and Jong Hyung, the security guard.
Yeah.
Fit well together.
Because of class.
They're also similar class. But there's interesting power dynamics, right? In both of those relationships, the female has the slightly better power dynamic. Societal standing.
Than the male.
Soo Young does better than Mr. Young. Mi Young is higher than Sang-soo.
Sang-soo, yeah.
So we have these two, but through those two relationships that are developing in episodes 3 and 4, nothing is official in either of those. What those two relations with those two other characters, the security guard and the assistant bank manager, it's drawing out Sang-soo and Soo Young's feelings towards each other even stronger.
Right.
And pulling them. But we're seeing there's still the quote, like, star-crossed lovers, the Romeo and Juliet, like, thing. And
like, the easy thing would be to just go with the person that's in their class and just
or
they're kind of fit well together with.
They commiserate together, as in the case of Soo Young and Jong Hyun. And then Sang-soo and Mi Young fit better because they share a past, right?
Yeah. They're working on this collaborative project together. They're climbing the ladder together. Mm-hmm. They're whatever. But through all that, Soo Young and Sang-soo are still in love. I mean, still like each other.
Well, the episode 4 ends with them, with Sang-soo forcing a hug on Soo Young.
Well, and she doesn't pull away. She's drank too much.
She's drunk. He does more of his stalking and following her.
No, he does a lot of stalking.
He really needs to tone down on the stalking.
That's what I'm talking about earlier. I'm like, he does a little too much of that. He needs to
chill on the stalking.
Yeah, like
stalker vibes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Soo Young kind of wants to be stalked.
Kind of.
I don't know.
She does. No.
So that's where it ends.
Who doesn't want to be stalked?
Episode 4 ends with them hugging.
He pulls her arm and hugs her.
I think the next few episodes, and I've seen some of the trailers anyway. The trailer hints.
Watched ahead?
No, I watched the general series trailer shows some more hot and heavy, steamy stuff between Sang-soo and Soo-young. So I think we're about to enter the steamy phase.
Ooh.
My prediction is
Nothing has been steamy lately.
well, like awkward hugs is the steamiest this show has got.
True.
No, I think we're going to enter the next few episodes. It's going to be the steamy stuff between Sang-soo and Soo-young. And then it's probably going to fall apart by the end.
I'm sure.
Another part.
You think they're not going to end up together?
I think they're going to have their moment, and I think you're right. I mean, we've watched a lot of South Korean stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing ever really ends well.
No.
or
happy ending.
Or the way you want it.
Yeah.
But we've never really watched a K-drama like this.
No, we've never watched a K-drama.
So
I don't know what the formula. We don't know what the formula is for that. Yeah.
The other piece we need to talk about before we wrap this little Interest of Love recap up is one of the best things about this show is the music.
I knew you were going to say that.
Right?
Yeah, it is. It clearly defines the mood and emotion throughout the movie or show. And not just like the K-pop stuff is
it's either
one
K-pop
thing.
or it's just like over sentimental, like acoustic, pretty
the acoustic stuff
love songs. That's
is
not
what makes the movie.
Well, that, but
really.
then there's also these
it's like the electronic.
That quirky organ, weird notes. It's so quirky.
That's what I thought you meant about
But I'm saying the juxtaposition between the over sentimental, more like sappy, sentimental pop music.
Yeah.
About love and all this stuff. Pressed against those quirky, and we'll probably play it while we're talking, that like quirky little organ stuff.
It's
which
good.
I think the show's a little bit uneven in its tone, but I think the music kind of helps bring that together. Because even the first episode, I was struggling a little bit because all the bank stuff at the bank, it felt over the top, silly. Like, remember, like the bank managers are always yelling at the workers, and it's almost like the Korean version of The Office.
There's a couple things I want to bring up before we
But then it switches over to this like very dark love story, right?
Yeah. The dark love story, but the bank manager, like the way women are treated, not only by the bank manager and people they work for, but by the men in general, like not only the women, but also the men, like the bullying, the peer pressure
every
for adults their age.
Every
I'm like,
work outing.
This is unethical.
If one female talks to another male, our buddy Nolan's leaving.
This is unethical.
Every time they go out for drinks, right?
Which is a lot.
The bosses like ridicule any male or female that like talk or have lunch together.
Like you're in middle school.
Like, are you guys dating? Are you going to have babies? Are you going to get married?
Are you going to get married?
Are you guys,
Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, wait a minute, these are adults. Like they cannot talk or hang out with a female or male without getting ridiculed at a work outing. No, it's bad.
It is, right?
That's bad. Also, the amount of drinking, but that supposedly, from what I hear, culturally,
like CBS Saturday Morning.
Yeah, that's
that we've seen.
That alcoholism is a thing.
I don't want to jump around, but we're also highlighting the things we love. I also remembered, I don't know if it was episode 2, episode 3. Like you said, it all blends together. One of the other highlights of this show is the brief coffee scene they had, where each character made their coffee in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
And it showed the different class because of how they made the coffee.
Jong Hyun, the security guard kid,
lowest
who's
class.
at the lowest end, who works, sends all his paycheck home to his parents.
And basically lives in kind of a hut kind of thing.
Yeah. It shows him making coffee from the powdered coffee out of a packet.
Yeah.
It shows, I think, like Sang-soo, who does the K-cup
Yeah.
thing.
Like the cake up.
And then Soo Young does like the pour over coffee.
Like the fancy coffee.
The pour over.
Yeah.
And then Mijai Young, she has her own like espresso machine in her apartment, right?
Yeah.
But it does it all within like a minute of each person making coffee for the day, right?
That's good.
And it's just those little moments when this show
really makes it really more exceptional than maybe it should be. I don't know. Like,
well, it makes it more than just
more thoughtful.
a throwaway Korean drama.
Yeah.
Soap opera.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that's I think we've kind of recapped episodes 1 through 4.
I really think we have. Like, I liked that method better.
Right?
It was good.
Well, I think we covered all that happened.
For
mean, we didn't talk about some of the minute details.
Specifics, yeah.
But I think that's what we'll do. And we come back, it'll probably be episodes 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9, however many we watch.
Doesn't matter.
But we'll kind of keep going on with the interest of love because we're interested.
We're interested in the interest of love, for sure. We love it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
this was fun.
They've been putting all the chairs up.
Yeah. And it's not late. Oh,
Well,
it's
they
10:45.
close in 15 minutes, yeah.
I thought it was like 9:30.
So
It's definitely 10:45.
So we'll cheers.
Well, cheers.
And it looks like we're still recording. I don't know.
Yeah, we're definitely still recording.
It's definitely still recording. I like to say we shut the place down, but we didn't. We didn't
There's
really.
A lot of people
Not
still
even
here.
close. Not
We
even
didn't.
close.
So cheers.
All right, cheers. And I guess our next
Cripes.
episode. Cheers. Oh, cripes.
Oh, Christ.
And I want to say our next episode will probably be. I'm out of drink. I can't drink anything.
Our next episode will be what?
A movie, hopefully.
Yeah,
Because if you think about it,
maybe Argentina.
probably not Argentina 1985. Only because I don't think we'll podcast in time.
I'm watching a new series right now.
No more series. This is
I'm
the
gonna
only
get
series.
you into it.
This is our only series we're talking
All
about.
right.
Unless it's a don't sleep on it.
Might be a don't sleep on it.
All right. Let's help them put all the chairs up.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.